be seated.
Wait, I'm sorry. MaryBeth cannot marry Philip without telling him this.
Wait, I gotta get
Simply the best. You're better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met.
She stepped on your She hangs on every word you say.
Tear us apart. Maybe I would rather be dead. You're simply the best. Philip, there will be no end of surprises for the rest of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the marriage of Philip and MaryBeth. They're going to be hitched, and that reminds me of a story. 3 men were in a car in a terrible auto accident and killed instantly, and they appeared at the pearly gates, and St. Peter met them, and he said to them, "There's only one rule up here. You can't step on a duck." And so they said, well, that shouldn't be a problem. So they walked on in through the pearly gates, and there were just ducks everywhere. And it was really difficult not to step on a duck. A couple of months later, one of them accidentally stepped on a duck. And here came Peter with the most awful-looking, ugly woman you can ever imagine. And he hitched her to that man and said, "You're stuck with her the rest of your life." And off they went. Well, the other 2 men, they're never going to step on a duck. But about 6 months later, a second man accidentally stepped on a duck. Here came Peter with just this terrible, gnarly-looking woman. And he hooked her onto the man and said, "You're stuck with her the rest of your life." Well, the third guy, there was no way he was ever going to step on a duck. And a few months passed, and here came Peter with the most beautiful woman you could ever imagine, and latched her onto him. And he said, "What did I do to deserve this?" And she said, "I don't know about you, but I just stepped on a duck." This morning, MaryBeth stepped on a duck. But instead of an ugly, awful-looking person, she got this handsome, good-looking, We have 2 readings that are going to be read at this time, one by Gwen and one by Cindy. So Gwen, you'll be first.
Is this yours? The microphone. You got it. Put it on.
His hello was the end of her endings. Her laugh was their first step down the aisle. His hand would be hers to hold forever. His forever was as simple as her smile. He said she was what was missing. She said instantly she knew. She was a question to be answered. His answer was, "I do."
Aww. Thank you, Gwenny.
Take a deep breath, Mom.
You got it, Cindy.
When he looked into her eyes, he learned the most important part of the language that all the world spoke. The language that everyone on earth was capable of understanding in their heart. It was love. Something older than humanity, more ancient than the desert. What the boy felt at that moment was that he was in the presence of the only woman in his life, and yet with no need for words, she recognized the same thing. Because when you know the language, it's easy to understand that somebody in the world awaits you. Whether it's in the middle of the desert or in some great city. And when 2 such people encounter each other, the past and the future become unimportant. There is only that moment and that incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. Without such love, one's dreams have no meaning.
You made your uncle cry.
So, Philip and Mary Beth, here we are. You anticipated highly this moment, and love has brought you together. As has thunder. Love is a terrible thing. Love is an awful, awful, terrible thing. It causes us to do some of the stupidest, to make compromises that we would never make in our right minds. Love is just an awful, terrible thing, and yet it's what we need to live. And it's the basis of a good marriage. And so here we are. Now I assume that you brought with you something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
I don't have anything borrowed on at the moment.
Okay. Well, let's talk about marriage in that context of something old, something new, something borrowed. First of all, this is as far as we know, in recorded history, this is the oldest human institution. There is nothing older than the institution of marriage. It's mentioned in the earliest, most ancient documents from all over the Middle East and all over Asia. So you're doing something that is absolutely rock solid, thousands of years old. Just fantastic. Marriage is something old, and therefore it has this grandeur about it, this impressiveness. It's also something new. There is a statement in the Bible that when two people are married, they become one, and that's a whole new thing. It's a new creation. And so marriage is also something new because the two of you, in a special way, become one together. It's also borrowed. The Apostle Paul, not my favorite guy in the New Testament, he says that we love because God first loved us. So it's a borrowed love from the Spirit and whatever is God out there, which is a magnificent thing. It's borrowed. And you have it. And you have it for each other. So it's vital for you. And marriage is also something blue because as the sky, when it's blue, stretches out forever, you look up and it just goes on forever. So your relationship will be long-lasting and eternal. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I am so happy for both of you, and we all are. And we look forward to the remainder of this day. Before we can finally cement this relationship, we have to have the ring ceremony. So if you would give the ring that MaryBeth is going to put on Philip's finger.
MaryBeth, that's yours.
I don't even trust him. Probably exchanged him for like Tinkerfoot. You did. And it's a lollipop. I love it. It's delicious. I was thirsty, so I needed that.
The ring has for millennia been a symbol of important contracts. Before a ring was used for weddings, we don't know when exactly that was, but ancient kings used a ring to stamp their great compromises, their great contracts with other kings, and they would stamp into some clay. And at some point in time, a wedding band was put onto the finger of somebody at a wedding, and it started a tradition that we still have for today. And so, MaryBeth, as you place the ring on Philip's finger, repeat after me. Repeat after me. Philip, you're stuck with me for the rest of your life.
Philip Frederickson, you're stuck with me for the rest of your life.
And now the ring for Philip to place on MaryBeth's finger. And Philip, as you place it on her finger, repeat after me. MaryBeth,
MaryBeth.
with this ring I pledge my undying love to you.
What he said.
With this
With
ring,
this ring,
I pledge my undying love to you. Whether you mean it or not. Okay. There we go. They have each written vows to each other, and they're going to share them now. So, MaryBeth, if you'll get the...
Is this on?
Yes.
You know how I love a microphone. Okay, Philip Frederickson. I have never stopped believing. From the very first moment our paths crossed, I knew destiny was playing its part. Through one heck of a very long escrow, 3,740 days, to be exact, and so many shared experiences, you've been my unwavering support, the constant presence that has steadied me in the storms of life. Your love has illuminated my world, casting away shadows and filling my heart with warmth. I promise to cherish and celebrate our individuality as well as the beautiful connection we share. I will always listen to you, maybe, sometimes understand you, and strive to make you feel heard and valued. You are the person who knows me better than anyone else, and I promise to always be open and honest with your fostering an environment of trust and understanding. It's only 12 pages. Hang on. I know life with me is not easy. My dad used to say that I should come with both a user manual and a warning label. Today in the presence of our loved ones, you guys are amazing. Let us solidify our bond with a solemn commitment to a future filled with love, respect, and shared dreams. I pledge to continue believing in the strength of our connection and to make each day an extraordinary chapter in our journey together. With you, Philip, I'm always home. Today we exchange our vows. I am filled with excitement, oh my gosh, for the future we will build together. Let us embark on this incredible journey hand in hand, supporting, encouraging, and loving each other every step of the way. My love for you knows no bounds. You are my person. Let's close this freaking escrow.
Mine are a lot shorter. First of all, happy birthday. There will be singing along the way. So, this is crazy. Wow. 10 years ago today, we celebrated the first birthday for us together, which was the 12th anniversary of her 38th birthday.
I don't know, I turned 40 today.
And what a great party it was that night, too. Who would have thought 10 years later we'd be here celebrating your 22nd anniversary of your 38th birthday? And doing it here standing in front of all of our friends and family, and every one of you are special or you wouldn't be here. I can tell you that for sure. But interestingly and sort of ironically, 10 years ago was the first time we outed ourselves as boyfriend and girlfriend in front of people, public. And here we are 10 years later outing ourselves for the first time as husband and wife. So in the end, whoever knew that it turns out that you were the woman I always knew that I wanted. And I didn't know it at the time when we met, but you sure have turned into that person. So the ring I put on your finger today symbolizes my eternal love. You took my line. And the rock I put on your finger a little over a year ago symbolized the fact that I'm wrapped around your little finger. And in all seriousness, I'm extremely proud and happy and thrilled to marry you today, Shine. In light of that, I make a few promises. I promise my best to provide you with a lifetime of love, passion, laughter, crazy fun experiences, and most of all, peace. I promise also never to outdress you. That's an easy one for me. And lastly, I promise to respect your choice of music while you're driving, even if it is Cher, and even if you are driving from the passenger seat. I love you so much.
And now it's our turn to make a vow to them. In our presence, Philip and MaryBeth have just demonstrated their belief in their love and their desire to live together in marriage. If you also believe in their love and you wish to add your blessing to their marriage today, please respond now by saying, I do.
I do.
And so by the authority invested in me, I now pronounce that you are, from this moment forward, husband and wife. Before they kiss, I want to inform you that the great American novelist F. Scott Fitzgerald once wrote that the kiss originated when the first male reptile licked the first female reptile, implying in a subtle way that she was as succulent as the baby reptile he had for dinner the night before. MaryBeth, you may kiss the groom.
You guys should under trees a lot.
MaryBeth,
I guess that's not it. Huh? Here we go. You're ready.
Oh my goodness.
No, they'll go.
Oh no.
Just let them go.
There they go.
No, they're going.
They go.
Butterflies.
Lady butterflies. Just throw them up in the air. They'll fly.
How do we put it in front of us? Put it over here.
Go ahead and shake. There we go.
Wait, you can't step on it. Don't step on it.
Hold on.
Don't walk on it. I'll try not to.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's MaryBeth and Philip.
David, Jake, you go back to her.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, no, wait till they're.
oh, he knows what to do.
Let's go. No, not yet. Not till. Okay, now go.
Let him breathe, Jason.
Okay, first row goes first, so that's us.